Hey, we're back.
Hey.
Hello.
How's everyone doing today?
Oh, just peachy.
Pretty darn good.
Pretty darn good. Well, that's
Yep.
good. Yeah, no complaints there. We are on episode 31, and that feels pretty good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Accomplishments.
Yeah, achievement. We're in the 30s now and cruising right along, and
Buying appliances, fixing the house up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Got a
it's,
mortgage now.
very much the case. But we had a few snafus last time. I
What?
forgot to, as I pointed out before we started recording, I forgot to thank our listeners the last two times, right?
Yeah.
Last two episodes.
Last 2 times.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, we recorded 2 episodes, and I think I totally skipped that. So my apologies. Thank you, listeners. I also forgot to ask for money, as Rochelle pointed out. People love it when I ask them for money. I don't know how many complaints that we had. People were just like spamming us with, "Hey,
or
where's
6.
that link to give you
5 or 6.
money?" Yeah, and so here it is.
I was going to give you
DungeonPatrol.com.
money this week, but you didn't ask, so
right. People were just like, I just had a spare $100 bill lying around. I wanted to give it to you guys because of all the great entertainment you provide. Actually, no, nobody, literally nobody did that. But if you want to give us a buck to help keep this adventure rolling, you certainly can. And I don't want to forget it this time, so I'm just going to say it now. DungeonPatrol.com. Click on the Patreon button or go to patreon.com/DungeonPatrol. And you can become a patron of this wonderful podcast. Now,
Yes.
yeah. So that's out of the way. My job is done, basically. I didn't forget it this time.
was that so hard, Jerry?
No, it really shouldn't be after I
just
don't know how many
one job,
episodes.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh,
From here on out,
One thing.
it runs itself from this point on. So
Oh God, I wish that were true. I wish. Yeah, I'm as we get down to the the wire here, I'm really stressing out over the last few episodes of this season, which is what we're coming up to, I think.
What's to stress about, Jerry? It's
I-
just
you know,
a story.
I just wanted to, end the right way, and I'm still tweaking things down to the last
Have you
minute.
ever had players before? It's
right. I should. Yeah.
So you want us to throw you a whole bunch of monkey wrenches into the story? That's what I got from
All right.
this.
I mean,
Okay.
you could be adding tons of episodes if you did that. We.
Okay.
Oh no, what was that?
We're pulling them up.
Yep.
Um,
I'm taking my ball and going
Comes
home.
Here comes the monkey wrenches.
Well, we had this lovely conversation before we started. We started talking about Steven Seagal and ended up conversing about
no
what was it?
resemblance to Alar.
Yeah, no resemblance to Alar.
Fake news.
Did we ever share that picture?
I don't think we did.
You can share that on Facebook and Twitter and all.
I
No,
totally
we don't need to
didn't.
get sued by Steven Seagal. So
Yeah.
That
we
actually is a thing I just recently learned about.
what?
That because there's another podcast where they originally when they would play, they would say their characters are being played by and use actors' names. That some people
Oh.
get a sense of what they look like, but apparently they were advised that that's potential legal opportunity for somebody to
Oof.
yeah.
Really?
So
Huh.
I don't profess to understand that, but
Mhm.
yeah,
Well,
something to know.
Perhaps if we have a lawyer on our fan base, let us know.
yeah. Send us
You
your
know.
card.
Yep. We can just get some pro bono stuff and just go at it. See what we can find.
But
Well,
I'm still,
there's-
The limits.
I'm
Well,
still
I
sharing
think we're
that
going to have to
Steven
have
Seagal
everybody
picture.
sign an end user license agreement before they listen to the podcast from now on.
Well, I
Jerry
knew-
owns my likeness. Just so you know.
Yeah, I do. He signed it away.
I knew who I would have chosen to play Thora I don't have an actress in mind for Triss, so
Yeah,
I have to
that's
think
right.
about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I
It's
knew with Thora, I don't know for Triss.
I think it's hard because we had a little you guys gave me your visions for your characters and what they should look like, and I went out and found an artist, a different artist, and I will say a cheaper artist. And so that was my goal for season 2, and I thought they turned out great. You guys were not quite feeling it, and
I like my picture. It makes me look buff and mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, yours is really cool, and I thought
Yeah.
that would be the one that we had the most
Mm.
questions about. But
I
you,
think
I mean,
Kragar
neck
honestly is the
down,
best.
Alar is rocking. You know what I mean? Like that is what Alar sees when he looks in the mirror.
Kragar's
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah, I'm happy with Kragar.
Kragar's good.
Yeah,
Triss and
Kragar's
Alar
good.
are-
there were questions about a few of them and some of the details and things, and they didn't quite turn out how I expected, but they were I thought pretty solid. But that's why they haven't made it into our tokens. These are just random images I
Oh,
found
should
that
probably share the screen with the viewers, huh?
yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
probably.
So that's why that is. We did actually have someone ask about that. How come the tokens haven't been updated? And
Oh, really?
yeah, and I said, well, I blamed it on my laziness, which is actually
Well, that's
90%
in part,
of
yeah.
the truth. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I've accepted Triss's picture. I've
Yeah.
come 31 episodes in. I've come
Mhm.
to a place of acceptance.
And I think, Triss, I think yours could work. It just is, it's like it's captured your likeness on your worst day. That's what it feels like to me, right?
That was after one of the trips through the sewers.
Like I am just
Yeah.
sick of this, and
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm not even gonna do anything today. Just roll out of my cot and away I go. But yeah, we had some issues there, and I think since we're so close to the end of the season, probably just leave it and maybe resurrect those portraits for the next season, right? Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Sure.
I will say, as an artist, that a tiefling is hard to capture because I think tiefling there's a lot of different options. You can go, especially if they have skin color, and I think that could have changed everything. But yeah, it's really hard to kind of dab down what you want in your head to be there in front of you, and I think I would like to see a nice tail. That's
Mhm.
the one thing I think we really brought it together.
And the arm attached to the correct spot. That'd be pretty
Yes.
good too.
Yeah. Well, I did add a
The
tail.
breastplate
Yes.
didn't.
the tail having the tail did help. I mean,
Yeah, that was a Jerry addition later on. So and
Triss
you guys,
is proud of her tail, by the
Yeah.
way. I don't know if you've noticed this, but Triss is
Seems to be, yeah.
Yeah.
a fan of her tail. So
Is there any kind of tattoos, or is that something then that she would do?
she has not had the opportunity
Oh,
to
well,
do that at this point in time, but that's something that she would definitely consider.
I hear Alar's thinking about picking up a ink set, and
No, definitely not. My body is my temple.
oh, yeah.
Something on the lower back.
I was thinking that expansive chest of his could use some ink. Got like these blank canvases on each pectoral there, and
Oh yeah.
Little note symbols.
No, it would be a picture of him.
yeah, right.
That seems
And then
about
a tattoo of the picture of him on his tattoo on.
is that a family member? No, it's me. Oh well, yeah. You guys, I think I have a good vision in my head of what your characters look like at this point, and hopefully you do as well. You guys were great explaining what you wanted, and I think especially Triss and Kragar gave a lot of details, and
I was very specific.
you were very specific. And I never know if that helps or if it hurts. I'm not sure, but I think it helped in your case, because that was definitely, I think, the closest one to what I pictured.
If you're not, it's the communication too, right? So it's like if I had someone sitting next to me when I'm drawing something, they're telling me exactly, oh, no, something a little bit different, and versus how many times are you didn't have any reshoots, right? So
Mhm.
it is what it is, instead of just saying, oh, we'll get rid of this or add that. And that can be the challenge. I think it was, as we had one shot. And
Yeah, and I probably have said before, we had an actual very talented woman who had done some work for Wizards of the Coast,
Oh, I
and
didn't know that.
yeah, managed to lock her down for the first season of portraits, and it was amazing.
That's
You
for
know,
great
and
pictures.
I wouldn't say we had a lot of back and forth, but
Coloring issues for Triss, but or what, whatever her name was.
Thora.
Thor.
Thora.
But did a fabulous job. I thought the second artist did a great job too. Very talented people.
very good artist. Yep.
And so we ended up with some portraits, and that's a lot of portrait talk.
Yeah.
I'm sure it says in the player handbook that right here, Tiefling's left arm is 3 inches lower than its right arm. Right here in the player's handbook. So
Hmm.
just going raw,
You guys, it's all about the angles. It's perspective. No, not
I
buying
kid.
that.
I couldn't do that good of a job myself. So who am I
Yeah.
to
And
talk?
that's
Yeah.
exactly it. I have incredible respect for those artistic talents that I clearly lack. So
Yeah. Maybe next time I'll draw them and
There you
see
go.
what you
I would
get.
love that,
I look
Jerry.
forward to that.
Then we can just put all that pressure on you. No, Jerry.
Go
I
back
said
Actually,
to
I
5'4".
We should solicit fan art because I want to see
There you go.
everybody's interpretation of Alar.
That's a good
I think
idea.
That would bring me
Ah.
much joy.
And
Yeah.
without disappointment, right? Alar would use every filter in his mind.
Absolutely.
Well, interesting. Well, we should probably get to
we
the
could.
Yeah,
actual.
let's get going.
Kind of in the middle of it.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get killing things.
I think I started talking about getting the season to a close, and then it sort of felt like a wrap-up episode. Alar, do you have a recap ready for us?
Oh, do I ever, Jerry?
Oh, I love to hear it.
The intrepid band Alar 182 continued working their way through the Gladiator's Gauntlet in search of Arvic's abductors. Finding themselves in an artificial interior garden, they watched as 2 henchmen threw a captive in a murky pool. Who is this waterlogged wretch? Will he survive Dundra Patrol?
Very nice.
Find out now.
I know now.
Very well done, as usual. Alar 182.
I had to get a little more modern, man. I can't just pull from, my.
Gotta bring those kids in, right?
That's right.
It's-
Like 182 references.
Yeah, they're like 40 now.
yeah.
Well, Alar, have we received any band name ideas from people lately?
No, I don't think we have. I would also love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on Facebook, people. Get to our page and suggest some band names for Alar.
Your band name could be used in an episode. Is that what you're saying?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Well, I guess it's Alar's choice, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Although then we own that intellectual property. Just saying.
Here we go
Right.
back to the copyright lawyer.
Yeah, we're gonna need that attorney
Oh, gosh.
sooner rather than later. Anyway, so good recap. And you guys have the map in front of you. It's
Yes.
showing up on our Zoom window here. So that's where we left off. And this man is floundering about in the water, has a burlap sack over his head that's now thoroughly soaked, obviously coughing, having trouble breathing. There's a wake, and you've seen bits and pieces of something, rise above the surface, some scaled creature, lumpy, horrific looking something headed your way at a very rapid speed through the water. One of the men that threw the unknown man into the water, has been trapped by Brokos's web. The other one was hit by a crossbow bolt, I believe, in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we're at.
Jerry, I think there was a mistake with the tokens for those men. They look rather rat-like. I don't know
Yeah.
what that's.
Weird.
Yeah, isn't that
Must be an
strange?
accident. It's okay. It's fine.
What I had on hand.
We hadn't
Okay.
done initiative though yet, right? This was kind of
We-
like a jump.
Had not done initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can do initiative right now if everyone wants to roll.
Yes. But you've got to add ours. There we go. Okay.
Let's see. Okay. And I need to still see that. Perfect. Wow. Look at all those rolls. And so I'm going to order these quickly. Alar with a 20, Craigar with an 18, Bad Guys with a 13, Triss with a 13, and Brokos with a 6.
Someone's got to be last.
All right. Triss, how do we decide this? Your dexterity?
Usually in 5e, it's usually dexterity. Well, dexterity, or if it's up to the DM if you'd like to give her first shot.
Yeah. I have a +2.
I have a +2.
Roll off.
Roll off. Roll off.
What are we rolling? A D20?
Yep. I got a 16.
I got a 19.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
Although it feels like a waste of a good roll, but there you
Yeah.
go.
Okay. I'll put you above the bad guys then. And yeah, that's where we're at. Alar, you're up. One guy
Okay.
staggering backwards from this crossbow bolt. The other one's trapped. This wake coming through the water at high speed. Man spluttering in the drink there. What do you do?
Okay. Can I see the serpentine thing enough to be able to target it with the spell?
I would say so. Actually,
Okay.
I'm just going to bring it up. It's not going to be too big of a surprise here.
Okay. Then
What?
Yeah,
Wait, that's really large.
it is very large.
It's giant.
okay.
Huge.
Let me have it make an intelligence save, please.
Oh, that's not going to be good.
I begin strumming my mandolin.
Rolled an 18 though.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Okay.
That's not right.
Well-
So it's actually only a 14 though when I factor in its score. So 14.
14 still makes the save.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, no kidding.
It's a smart one.
It's a nice song though. Still, I'm going to say that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just gets
Well,
everyone
thank you.
pumped a little bit,
That's
right?
nice of you.
I'm just curious. So does that creature? I've noticed that and the other two guys aren't lined up in their squares. Is it just my roll 20?
No,
No, I see it
Same
too.
thing.
There it goes.
Okay.
Now
Is
it's
that
lined
better?
up. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was bothering me.
Okay, as a
Okay.
bonus action, I'm going to grant Bardic Inspiration to Craigar.
All right. He
Ooh.
needs it. Because he's up next. Rhaegar, you've been inspired by your bard friend.
Okay. I will turn to Triss and say, "Do you want the beastie or the guards?"
The guards.
All right.
She's
Can
such
actually
a team player.
She is such a team player. I am going to try to be stealthy. I'm assuming how high are we above the water?
I believe I said no, I didn't say on this side. We'll say about 7 feet.
Okay.
So it's not too far of a fall. And you're moving up to
So-
the
Yeah. So basically, what I want to do is I'll drop my crossbow back at the bush, and I want to basically stealth up to the edge, drawing my weapons, and then hold my action
okay.
to basically attack it when it gets within range.
All right. Do you want to
why don't
roll
we-
a stealth?
Yeah. Yes. Haha. That is a 25.
Wow. Okay. So somehow you managed to crawl your way forward very rapidly right up to the edge, overlooking the water, and you see the creature swimming towards you, but it's focused on the thrashing man in the water straight ahead of it.
All right. That's what I want to do.
Awesome. Triss, you're up.
So I'm going to call out to Brokos and say, web the guy in the water, hoping that he understands what I mean. Then I am going to, firebolt the unwebbed guy across the way.
All right.
That's a 20.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
People.
Yay. I'm so excited. Okay. And then, so that is 16
Nice.
fire damage.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that really hurts. You can see just as your firebolt leaves your hand, you can see him kind of rip the crossbow bolt out of his chest. Seems like perturbed, but now he's kind of recovered his equilibrium and just seems more, mad and surprised than actually hurt. But then your firebolt hits him square in the chest, right where he got done ripping the bolt out of, and he lets out a loud scream and kind of a screechy squeal and staggers back once again. Very, very hurt from that one blast.
All right. And then I'm going to move.
Okay.
And
So you are moving toward the
I am. I'm going to
Oh.
nimbly.
across the board.
Well, I can't go like right where but that's the idea. I'm on the board.
Okay. Crossing the water. Awesome.
Yes.
So it's the creature's turn. What do I have to roll to break out of this web?
DC a strength check.
That's a pretty good roll. And that's an 18.
You break out of it, but that's your action.
That's his action. The staggered, well, he's not technically staggered, but he just got blasted with a firebolt. He, I believe, is going to move forward and try to attack you, Triss.
Oh, that's
And
fun.
that is let me see here, 20, I believe.
Well, yeah, that hits.
And he's going to do, short sword. That is 5 damage.
All right.
That's not too bad. So he walks on this board with you, and you can feel it kind of springing as he steps on it. You're trying to keep your balance on this thing. It's only like a couple of feet wide, very springy, and he runs across towards you, takes a swing with his short sword. And then he's also going to, oh, I didn't see that. After he hits you, he's going to make another attack. Uh-oh. And he hits with that one too. And he's going to try to bite you.
Oh no.
And that
Is he in fact ratty at this point?
you can see he started to change. Oh, no, he needs an action to change.
Oh.
Mm.
So I'll say that he, let's see, what's he going to do? No, he was human. No,
He's gonna
He's
bite
just-
me with his human teeth.
Yeah, just out of
He
habit,
was
you know.
confused.
he's confused.
So used to biting things.
You can make 2 attacks with the sword. So that's another 5 damage. Jeez, come on.
Ow, that hurt.
It does hurt, not enough. And this creature is going to move up here.
Then I want to stab it in the head.
All right, Brokos. So the crocodile moved forward.
This
So Kragar gets his action because
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
he
he was held
I
it.
was holding. So as soon as that thing was within reach,
Yep.
I just lunge my arm over the edge and try to impale him to the skull.
There's a little 1/4-inch side right between his eyes. I saw it on Croc or Gator Hunters.
Just-
It's gonna be my free action.
Okay, I did not crit. I'm not even sure if I hit. This is so depressing.
Natural armor's
So
not that fancy.
15.
That's a hit.
Okay.
don't forget you have inspiration, man.
Just
Oh, that's true.
1d6.
But that's just to roll to hit.
or saving throw, I think,
Okay.
Interesting.
All
or
right.
skill check.
Basically a d20. Any
Yeah.
d20.
Ooh. Okay. We're doing this.
Oh, what are we looking at
oh,
there?
wow.
Oh
A
my
lot
gosh.
of hit points.
Yikes.
Someone just pissed off the
So
crocodile.
That is 28 damage.
Ouch.
Holy smokes.
That's not too shabby.
No.
That is not too shabby. That is a
Fantastic.
heck of a roll. Yeah.
And if only they crit, I could have really. Okay. Anyway, keep going.
So what
So
did
yeah,
you
reach it out. Just it's my surprise sneak attack.
and this is a rapier that you used?
There's a rapier. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So it got just within range as it's trying to, get closer. It seems to be a little bit distracted by the 2 people bouncing temptingly above the water
Mm-hmm.
on this board, and totally distracted. And you managed to reach over and just right in the sweet spot somewhere on the side of its head, and yeah, did some serious damage to it. And Brokos, now it's your turn.
So I would like to see if I could grab. So is the guy in the water? Is he above water?
He is above water. Yeah.
I'm going to web him and restrain him against the wall if I can.
Against the wall of the.
Yeah, I
little
can't
canal
really
here.
I can't really shoot a web and like hold on to something as an attack unless you would allow it. But just more for flavor text. But
Mhm.
I can shoot a web and I can like restrain it. So I'm guessing, I don't know if he's going down. Otherwise, if not, I'll create like a web right here so he can't float past it. Because I don't know which way is there a flow of the river
Let me ask you
or
this.
of the.
There's no flow. It's pretty stagnant. But I thought there was a point where you lowered yourself down on a web?
Yeah, I can do that, but I wouldn't be able to like grab onto someone as I would imagine this would be like I would have to make some kind of roll. So when from what I imagine from when I do it, the target is restrained by the webbing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I can like restrain them. Like I can either put a web up here to hold them from, getting to that point, or I can just restrain them. Otherwise, I don't think I have the weight to be able to pull them up out of the water.
I would say
I don't know how that you want to mechanically play that out.
I mean, you couldn't lower yourself down and then just grab him.
I don't know if I have the weight. I don't know what his strength is. I mean, he's got a giant spider has a +2 strength, so I don't.
yeah.
Weight would be. I'm guessing would be.
I would.
I've never
I would
done
say
it,
you
so
could. I did give this some thought because I figured
Yeah.
it would come up. And so I thought either you could try to lower yourself down
Mhm.
and grab him, and I assumed your web would hold
Yeah.
with that extra weight.
The only thing is, if you allow it, basically, if I can shoot that web and hold on to the other part of the end of it and just
Mhm.
hold him there and not lift him up this round, if you would allow that, then that way I can roll a hit, to like a actual attack, but it wouldn't do any damage.
Yeah. Sure.
It'd be the easier of the two when it comes to.
Yep. So you're gonna roll an attack, you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah. Well, yep. I'm just gonna like roll to hit him with a web and hold him there with the other end of the web, and he's gonna be restrained if that works for you.
Yep. And he's not in any danger of sinking or anything. So
Okay. So that's a 20.
that is a 20. That will do it.
So he's just restrained and held there with, a web, and I'm still holding on to the other side with my butt, as they described earlier on.
All right.
That's my turn.
I have put the little web marker on him, and so he is restrained in the water, still connected to you.
Thank you for doing that, oh kind GM.
Yeah. Alar, you're up.
Okay. I am going to cast Sleep and catch the 3 foes in that burst. So then we're looking at hit points. 16. That's decent until the end there. 24 hit points, starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points. Is there anybody that has 24 or less hit points?
The were-rat creature on the bridge is lower than that.
Okay, so he's going to fall asleep. So subtract that from the 24 and roll it over to the next person. Do they have less than that balance?
Nope.
Okay, so where-rat's going to fall asleep.
And actually, he falls asleep and manages to stay on this bridge. So he kind of
What?
falls down, and you can see his body just goes limp, Triss, and he's sort of laying half on the bridge, half off, asleep right now.
Okay, and I'm going to, as a bonus action, grant Triss Bardic Inspiration.
All right. Kragar, you are up. You just did some serious damage to this crocodile. You see one of the were-rats dropped onto the bridge. It's kind of hanging there. And Brokos has webbed the man in the water.
Right. Well, I'm gonna have to assume that Trish has got the guy on the big concern is the creature. So I can still hit it. So I will just make some attacks on it and see what happens.
All right.
So I assume that I broke stealth when I attacked him. So I just have my regular attack. So,
Correct.
Unless Triss wants to jump in the water, and then you guys can be flanking.
Interesting strategy there.
Okay. So that will be, well, I roll to hit. It's a 23 to hit,
Definitely a
Wow.
hit.
but I'm not getting any bonus damage on it. So it's just going to be minimum damage, 5 damage. And then I'll attack him with a short sword.
All right.
That's another 23 to hit.
Jeez. On fire.
4 damage.
4 damage.
So just 2 quick strikes. And
Chipping away.
does that board look sturdy enough to hold more people?
It does look like it was intended to be fairly sturdy. It just is very springy just because of the length it's spanning.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move up next to Tristan.
What grade did you get in advanced board studies? Kragar?
Right.
A plus.
Oh,
A
okay.
plus.
Nice.
Kragar's a small, very light creature.
He's all fur. Come on.
What do you say? It is all fun.
You get them wet. It's just creepy.
Oh, it's creepy without the wet.
Triss, you're up.
So, can I do something like just kick him off with my boot as I'm running by?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do shove.
Yeah.
Then that's what I'm doing.
So it's just an unarmored attack. So,
Oh, well, I don't want to expend an attack on it.
I'd imagine it's an action.
It would be an action to kick him off.
Yeah. you have
Yeah,
to-
it'd be like an attack action.
All right. Well, then I'm just going to jump over him.
All right. So you're running, jumping over him,
Hmm.
And the board is bouncing, Jerry. You said it.
I did.
Bam, bam.
Feel a little more
And
Springer jump.
he, from your motion, he falls into the water.
Yes.
Yay!
Splash down. I rolled really terribly for him. Sorry, Mr.
Half dozen or
Werebat.
6 of the other.
All right.
And
Then I'm going to attack the other one.
okay.
Oh, that's an 8.
Oh, not gonna do it.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my bonus attack. That one is a 23.
Yep, definitely hits.
Okay, so that's less damage, but still. So that's 5 damage.
That's something. So you miss on your first swing, hit on the second, and manage to make him bleed, squeal like a little rat creature that he is. And whoops, it's their turn right now. And he's just going to fire right back at you. And that is an 18.
That hits.
And even better, 19. And let's see. These are all short sword because I forgot to shift. It's 5 damage again. And then, 7.
Wow.
12 more damage to you, Triss.
Getting whittled away there.
Ow.
Yeah.
I'm hurting.
Okay.
The
I got you, Tris.
rat that fell into the water, would that wake him up? Probably. So he falls into the water, and the crocodile is going to try to snap at him. I mean, that's a free meal right there. And gets a natural 20. So
Sweet. Better.
alrighty. So crocodile moves closer to the were-rat that fell into the water, and just still in the air. He's like just falling, just making touching down in the water, and you see this giant maw come rising up and snap at him and bite down and sinks below the surface, and that were-rat is no more.
That makes me so happy.
Me too. Exactly what I wanted.
Me too.
Wanted to see him get it.
Brokos,
I'm gonna.
you're up.
I hope the guy's not trying to get out of the web. Is he unconscious?
He's not unconscious. He is,
Okay.
I mean, he's definitely struggling, spluttering,
Sure.
confused, but he can't see anything, so he doesn't really know what's happened to him.
So if I can, make a movement to get closer to the bottom here and pull him up, just restrain him up, so he's just kind of hanging right above there.
Okay. Why?
Or if you allow me just to drop him there.
Yeah, why don't you roll me something, an athletics check?
Sure.
See if you can do it.
I would say 18 plus, oops, wrong. Unnatural 20.
All right. So you're just gonna swing him over onto the ledge?
Yeah, I'm going to kind of pull him up and try to get him just to lay it. He's still restrained unless he's trying to get out of it, which
Yeah,
you can
yep.
if you'd like to make a.
I'm actually gonna roll for him because he would just be a little freaked out by all of this. And he got a 7, so
Sorry, guy.
still restrained, but now safely out of the water on the far side of this canal. And Alar, you're up. The
Well
man
done,
is out of
Brokos.
danger. One of the were-rats is down.
Okay, well, first off, I'm going to use my bonus action for a healing word for Triss. And that is 6 points back.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to cast Sleep again, because that was fun last time. And it's not going to be quite as fun this time. 11, 18, 19 hit points. Does anyone have less than 19 hit points over there?
The were-rat that Triss is battling falls asleep right in front of her.
Oh, little slumber.
Yeah, curls up, do
Take
a
a
little
little nap.
ball. Yeah.
Oh, he's adorable.
Yeah. His little nose is twitching while he's dreaming.
He's still human. He's still
Uh,
human.
Yeah, that's what makes it adorable.
His nose can still twitch.
Kragar, you're up. You hear another song from your bard friend, and the were-rat falls asleep. The other one got gobbled up.
Is there any obvious way for this crocodile to get out of this moat?
No obvious way, no.
Oh. Mm.
They can get up and out, so,
No. And if it's a
Right.
giant beast, because
Yeah.
I'm large.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the calculations beforehand, so
Okay. Well, I finished crossing over the beam so that I'm not standing on a wobbly board.
that's what I
And-
was. This whole thing was just that it jumping up and snatching someone off that board. But
Yeah. Denied. So once him to safety, I'll spin around and attempt to stab him again.
all right, man, you are just relentless.
So I missed on the first one and 19 on the second one.
That is a hit.
So only 6 damage.
Well, again, chipping away. Every little bit helps.
Mhm.
He doesn't have any healers on standby. Triss, you are up. Your foe just collapsed.
Yeah, but I think I needed to take care of him.
Okay.
Feed him to crocodile.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like
Yes.
Hey!
I want to throw him in the moat too.
All right.
Do you need me to roll anything, or can I just chuck his body in the moat?
Yeah, I think so. Roll me an athletics check.
Athletics check. Okay, let me.
I mean, it's not really an attack, right?
It's an
Since he's
18
just-
for athletics.
Okay. So you grab him under the shoulders, drag him over to the edge, and shove him over, and he splashes down and in the water, sinks just below the surface for a second.
And I call out, Bon appetit.
Dinner is served.
Oh, Triss speaks French. Very nice.
Many
Uh,
hidden talents.
Yeah, many hidden talents. So he is in the water. Comes to with a start. As soon as the water revives him and realizes his predicament and tries to scramble out. Let's see. I'm going to roll for this because I stupidly. Oh no. He manages to make his way over to the rungs that were built into the side of this and scramble back up and out before the crocodile can get him. Crocodile lunges, misses.
Was he attacked?
What's that?
Was he attacked? Because then he'd still be asleep, unless he was attacked. I
I
suppose maybe
thought
the water would wake him up.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
but I'm
that's
not sure
true.
if that is.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I put them both on the same roll, which was a bad idea. So I just had to decide, and then he rolled a natural 20 for the rat. So
Nice.
I figured he
Can't
escapes.
really argue that.
He gets a chance. Yep.
So he is back out, manages to scramble up the side, and the crocodile's just left snapping at him. But then the croc is going to jump up and bite at Kragar.
Ooh.
Oh,
He just said he
Kragar.
was trying to bite the rat.
Yeah, you lunge towards it, but you're right there too. So the rat scrambled faster.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you make an attack on the rat?
Yeah, I did. Or actually, I rolled a 20 for the rat, so he got to move first. Yeah, no, he got out of he was right there. So good call. Let me go back a second.
He gets more than one attack.
Reverse
though.
time.
Yeah.
So
He
he
said
left
he was snapping.
he left the crocodile. So the crocodile technically gets reaction to that, right?
Yes, he does.
Rolls a 4. So that's not going to do it. So the were-rat is still out of the water. Crocodile is going to use a second attack to snap at you.
So does the crocodile have reach?
It does have 10-foot reach.
Yep.
Oh.
It only rolls a 3 though.
Okay.
So you survived. Everyone survived.
It's
Isn't everyone
fine.
happy? Yeah.
It's fine.
Brokos, you're up.
This is great fun.
Well, I was going to go down and start getting to my snack that I got from the water, but I'm going to just go over. I'll shoot a web on the rat soaking human there. So let's see what I got here for an attack.
Yeah, let's see.
I don't know if a 13.
Yeah, it does.
So he's webbed.
He's
Poor
webbed.
guy. That's my turn, and yeah, that's it.
All right, Alar.
I might come down. Actually, I'm sorry. If I can make a move down to the ground, to like
Okay.
here. So that's it. Sorry.
You're on the ground.
Yep.
Alar, the were-rat. You see all these crazy events unfold from your side of the canal. Were-rat gets tossed in the water, comes to, scrambles out of there before the crocodile can get to him. Crocodile takes a snap at Kragar and misses.
Well, I'm gonna pull out my crossbow. Actually, first, as a bonus action, I'm going to call out some bardic inspiration to our stranger. No,
Stranger.
well, I don't want him getting et by the crocodile. No, I'll give it to Brokos. Brokos, you've got a an inspiration die. And then I'm going to unholster my crossbow and shoot the rat.
Nice.
You get advantage because he's restrained.
Okay. The rat is? Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So 16.
16. That is a hit.
Okay. So that's 7 points of damage.
All right. 7 points of damage. Crossbow bolts strike him, seem to pierce through the webbing that's covering his body that he's struggling against, and you hear a couple of grunts as the bolt strikes him. And Kragar, you are up.
All right. I step around and I should have advantage. And it's a 17 to hit.
That's going to provoke from the crocodile.
Yeah, you're leaving his space or reach.
But don't worry, because I rolled a 2.
But he already had a reaction that round. Oh, this is a different round. That's right.
Okay.
Man, rolling low for the croc.
Yeah, just all of a sudden, I was on fire.
All right. My first hit does 21 damage.
21 damage on the were-rat?
Yeah.
The were-rat dies.
All right. And then with my second attack, I want to kick him into the water.
Okay. So you kick him into the water. And splash once again. Not struggling this time. Not fighting it. Not scrambling to get out. Starts to sink below the water and disappears. And Triss, you are up.
So I am going to do a firebolt attack on the crocodile.
Okay.
Is that what we're calling it, a crocodile?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 20.
That is a hit.
Okay. Just a norm, not a nat 20, but
Not a nat 20, yeah.
so that's 8 damage.
Nice.
And I'm going to use my action surge to do it again.
Cool.
That is a 20. And that is 3 damage.
Well, better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
So you can see, you leave these scorched marks. One of them's really close to one of the creature's eyeballs. But it looks like it's had better days. Pretty beat up. Can even see a little streak of blood down one side of it from where Kragar initially attacked it. And it seems to be, slower and maybe not as interested in fighting right now. And let's see, I'm going to roll for it here. And he's definitely going to go for munching on this were-rat. And that's going to be its turn. Brokos, you are up.
Crocodilia reptilia. Very well. I'm going to, you know what? Since he decided not to do anything about it, can I sneak up in here and go for a bite? I don't know if my movement would allow me to.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Yeah, it's enough movement where I could come actually around too.
So what are you doing?
I'm going to bite the crocodile.
Oh,
Do a little poison attack. See what we can get here.
nice. I thought you tried to rehabilitate it or something.
And what would a natural 20 do to him? So I
hurt.
need you to do a con save, which I'm probably sure you're going to pass.
Yeah, pretty good con, but
Yeah.
the rolling continues.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So total of 6 with my +3
Okay.
con.
So
Wow.
that's 10 points of piercing damage, and
Ah.
you now I need to give you poisoned damage, and you are poisoned, of course. Let's see. And 2d8 of poison damage.
Ouch.
and that is 15 points of poison damage.
Whoa.
And you are now
Wow.
poisoned for an hour, and you are paralyzed.
Oh wow.
Paralyzed.
Yep.
Wow.
Huh. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, you're not if the target is stable but poisoned for an hour, even after regaining hit points, is paralyzed while poisoned in this way. So I think it's if you were stable or you were down to 0. So you're not poisoned, you're not paralyzed, but you are poisoned.
Poisoned. Okay.
Okay.
So that is obviously you have disadvantage on your attacks.
Yeah, not a good thing for Mr. Crocodile. Well done. That was brutal. Alar, you see Spider Brokos.
Okay, well, as a bonus action, I'm going to rip off a little limerick about my new pair of boots, and the crocodile can make a wisdom save.
You know the saying about crocodiles and wisdom, right? Super freaking wise. Natural 20. So
Wow.
It
Come
couldn't do a
on.
con save, but
Come
then
on.
did a
couldn't do a
wisdom
con
save.
save. And I roll a natural 20.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot
What
the
a
bugger
joke.
then. Come on, man. 13.
That is a miss.
These lyrics sounded really good in your head, didn't they?
Yeah, it was brilliant up here.
You're just on the other side scratching your head like,
What was he trying to say?
yeah.
What was that? Oh.
What rhymes with orange again? I can't. Kragar, you are up.
Okay, well, apparently we're fighting the crocodile still. I thought we'd let him
Yeah.
go, but all right.
You do get advantage on your attacks because he's poisoned, though. So
Okay, I'll take it.
Don't have to
Oh.
tell Kragar twice.
Did
Alright.
I get advantage on my attack?
yeah, technically you did.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
well, there you go.
Sorry.
So it's a 19 to hit. That is great for 14 damage.
Okay. And you hit 2 if we went back in time again.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll say that you landed your bolts, Alar, and Kragar gets to finish it off.
All right, so the one last reach down. Keep sticking him into the eye
Right through the eye.
till he gushes blood.
Okay. So scorched eyeball looks up at you, and right as it makes eye contact with you, you ram your rapier right through it, right into the brain, what little brain it has, and it lets out a shudder and thrashes for a second and then falls completely still.
It
Dead.
actually had a pretty good brain. Like this was the nerdiest crocodile
yeah.
you could find.
Very
'cause
wise.
It made my intelligence
wise.
save. It made my wisdom save, and yet it failed the con save.
Yeah.
It must have been very old.
Yeah.
I bet
have
you if I
gained
webbed
that
it,
much
it would.
wisdom.
Yeah, I bet you it would have failed a strength save if I would have webbed it.
Yeah. We should have. Has a +5 strength. Probably would have failed that.
I'll even say this, Jerry. I didn't say anything because I totally forgot, but I didn't even add my crit damage to it. So
Oh wow, yeah. It
Oh,
could have been
geez, yeah.
dead. Yeah.
that was just a natural roll. I didn't add my crit, but it
Yeah.
still looked cool the way Kragar did it.
Yep. Right
I
through the
don't know.
eyeball.
I
and
feel
then one of
sad
my eyes.
that we killed this creature.
You know,
attacked Kragar.
yeah. I didn't know if the druid would pull out some tricks and make it go away or try to talk to it or do something. And so I didn't quite know. I'm glad that it had the ability to fight it out till the end. And it's a pretty tough creature. I'm surprised you guys.
And now it's in my book.
Yep.
Mm,
Now it's in your
Although I
book.
can't turn into that for a while because it's
Yeah.
a challenge too.
It's a big beast. Big
Yeah.
beastie. Okay, so you guys managed to defeat these creatures. The were-rats got gobbled up by the crocodile. The crocodile, however, is now dead. And this man is sitting on the side, still spluttering, coughing. And what are you going to do?
Remove the hood from his head.
Exactly.
So you
Ha!
go over and reach out towards him, and I don't know how he does it, but he maybe senses, he grunts and flinches as you try to grab at the wet burlap sack. His sudden startlement elicits another round of sputtering and coughing, and as it subsides, you reach back in and pull the hood off in one quick and fluid motion, revealing heavy tendrils of damp gray hair. The man flips his head back, forcing the wet hair from his face, and you see a baleful yet somehow haunted glare of a human in his mid-60s. Dark eyes dart between you and the rest of your party. Slowly, you see his posture relax. Shoulders sag as if suddenly released from some enormous burden. He's done his assessment, obviously, and he knows that he's at your mercy. Who are you, and what is your intention?
No, we ask you that. Who are you? And why did you get thrown in the water?
He kind of, again, takes his time, shrugs and nods, and my name is Gaunt Darkmane.
Gaunt?
Yes.
Don't we know that name?
Don't know.
You maybe in a past life heard Darkmane before,
Yeah. Yeah.
and Gaunt is actually a little tribute to one of our listeners who
Hmm.
passed away recently. We received word about that, and we're very saddened by it. So this is in tribute to him.
All right, Gaunt, we gotta treat you right.
So why did they throw you in the water?
Well, that's a long story.
Give us the brief version.
I like stories. I could
Uh,
make it into a ripping ballad.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm part of a group, maybe you've heard of us, called the Twilight Vigil.
Oh. I don't know if I've heard of that or not.
Oh, yes, I have not heard of that.
Oh, it's a nice
Yeah.
name though.
Is that a knowledge roll?
Yeah, you could roll.
Pretty sure Tris has no idea.
Is that history?
Sure, just any
Yeah.
intelligence,
Tris doesn't know.
wisdom.
Yeah, got an 11, so.
Okay.
I got a 17.
Oh. So yeah, Alar, you've recognized it. Kind of your impression is that they like a band of roving nomadic people who tend to fight against paranormal creatures and things like that. Often
Pilar just
called
heard
in.
band.
A band?
Band.
What kind of band? So yeah, you have some familiarity with them. Often in small villages, they'll be called in to, root out some sort of creature like a vampire or a werewolf or something like that.
And tell me, Gaunt, what brings you to our neck of the woods? What dangerous creatures do you seek to battle here in Vatergan?
Wow, that is a good question. I got wrapped up watching this group of were-rats. This was all the way back in Coram Bray. I followed them. I thought their activities were strange, very unusual for were-rats. They went into Drummondor. I followed them to Fort Gellish. They made some new recruits there, but didn't stay long. They went on to Muradar, the capital, and again, converted some more members and then moved on. I followed them every step of the way, trying to figure out what exactly their plan was, what they were plotting. And they ended up here, all the way in Badrigan. And this is where they chose to set up shop. So I've been watching them ever since.
Mm.
This dark run syndicate, I guess they're called around here.
Yes, we've had some dealings with them. I'm going to cut him free.
All right. You cut him free and he nods at you and just rubbing his hands and stuff like that and kind of getting the blood flowing again.
And then I take it your surveillance came under surveillance.
They've
You
been
were caught.
hoarding, yeah, they've been hoarding supplies here for months, even before the uprising. I've known about the connection between the syndicate and this Remus Nova fellow for years, but only recently did I begin to suspect it had something to do with this labyrinth. I made it my mission to find a way inside, and I discovered that most of the city's elite were visiting one particular out-of-the-way betting house after each challenger entered the labyrinth. I kept watch for weeks, and I noticed they'd enter and stay for many hours. But I also noticed something else. Some nights, the syndicate would show up with wagon loads of supplies. They would bring everything into this betting house and leave empty-handed. I'm talking about enough stuff for an army. The night of the uprising, I thought it was the perfect time to take a look. I made my way into the betting house and found it completely empty. Just the usual stuff that you would expect. But there was a trap door that led to a cellar, and that's where I found it. Some kind of portal, some kind of magical doorway that instantly transported me someplace else. And after I had some time to look around, I quickly realized I was in the labyrinth. I saw their observation room where Remus held his gatherings. I found mountains of supplies, everything from pickaxes and ropes to dried figs and wine, but I was careless, and they caught me. They kept me tied up in a dark room, sometimes with a bag over my head, but I heard things, and sometimes they brought me out for questioning. I've been trying to make sense of it all, but I think whatever they're planning is happening soon. That's why they decided to kill me finally. They had just questioned me earlier today, just asked me the same things, nothing new, almost as if it was a formality. I realized something was different, but there was nothing I could do. They put the bag on my head and brought me down here.
So what was the name of this betting house?
What was the name of the betting house? Oh gosh, I wrote it down someplace.
Josie's Fine Linens?
Yeah.
Kidding.
Where is it? Oh, the Golden Purse, I think I called it.
Okay.
Well, Gaunt, you are very fortunate this day that we ran across you and delivered instant karma to your captors.
That is quite fortunate, and I should thank you.
You should.
We're waiting.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. I mean that. I've been here for a long time, and I don't know why they kept me alive. I didn't have any information to pass on to them. I think it was just a game.
What kind of questions did they ask you?
Same things you're asking me. I told them right away. Nothing to hide.
Were you communicating with other people in the Twilight Vigil during this observation?
I tried to send reports back occasionally. I haven't probably since I started keeping watch.
So no help is coming.
That I don't know. My wife is still out there in the city, I hope.
Oh, who is your wife?
Tilly.
Tilly?
Yeah.
You brought your wife along on a dangerous surveillance mission.
I don't think I could have kept Tilly away if I tried, so I didn't even bother to ask.
And
Is
you do
she
not
an
know
agent
what.
as well?
Yeah, you don't know what skills Tilly has. Don't be so judgy, Alar.
She's a stubborn woman, stubborn as the nights are long in this forsaken city. She, if anyone's alive out there, made it through all of this, is waiting for me, it'll be her, and I hope to see her still.
Well, this is very touching and all, but it sounds like there is something dangerous afoot. What have you gathered as far as their plans? Maps, locations, code
Well,
signs?
I've had a lot of people coming and going. Mostly I saw people bringing supplies in. But today I saw a few new faces. They brought me out for questioning. There were 3 women watching. There were also 2 large men I hadn't seen before. It's a strange group. The were-rats were obviously putting me on display, and I thought maybe one of the newcomers could be the legendary Rat King himself. But one of the women, I know for sure, was a werewolf.
How do you know? How do you know that?
She had strangest purple eyes, and well, a look. You know, we Darkmanes learn early on to notice these things. Strangest thing is wolves and rats working together. I don't know how such a thing could happen, but I suspect someone very powerful has to be behind all of it.
A warbear.
Yep. This guy.
Aren't they lawful good?
So the woman who was clearly a werewolf, did she have any insignia or anything that might indicate military connection?
He looks up at you kind of appraisingly, and he's like, yeah, she did. Looked like a Legion uniform.
That is probably Commander Vash.
Huh. So you know this person?
Apparently. I don't really remember her.
She actually part of the Legion?
I'm sorry, what?
Is she actually part of the Legion?
Yes? Or
Interesting.
was. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's all very confusing. And there's that whole part where I lost my memory and everything is all mushed up, muddy. But
Yeah, I lose my memory every 2 weeks. It's fine.
Kregar, you should give Gaunt some food here.
Sure. Are you hungry?
I could eat.
And looks like you probably could use a weapon too. Do you know how to
Yeah,
fight? I
That'd be
assume
nice.
so.
You probably have tons, right?
Do you
How
think
about
you
the-
can find us a way out of here? Can you lead us back to the observation room?
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. I think the whole 3rd level has been cleared out to use as storage. The Mad Mage's Menagerie is now a warehouse for whatever plot they're cooking up.
All right. Well, here's some dried foods and a silvered rapier.
Nice.
Let's go wreak some havoc.
Yeah, he grabs the rapier and he sees it's been silvered and he's waving around and he gives you a nice firm nod. Seems
A
very
firm nod.
satisfied. Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
All right. So you go in through the door And you see again another statue or a carving of Remus, congratulating you for getting to the next level. And there's a little waiting room on the other side. A bed and a little fountain. You guys can rest up and recuperate here if you want to, or you can
Thank the
carry on.
gods. Nope, we're resting.
Yeah,
Let's
rest is
rest.
needed.
Okay. So you guys are gonna rest up, and it looks like Gaunt Darkmane could use a rest too. He's been through some stuff, and so you guys are gonna spend long rest here in this room.
I mean, aren't we going to be discovered if we do that?
Are you asking?
I'm
Darkmane?
asking everybody
Um,
that I'm with.
we
It
could
doesn't
take-
seem safe to just camp out here, does it?
Well, what options do we have? We set up watch. We try and get some rest, and some is better than none at this point.
I think I will be turning myself back into a human.
Yeah, kind of.
I hadn't yet. I was just creepily following Kragar, and then when he turned and look, I would just hold still.
Yeah, probably would have raised an eyebrow from
Right.
Darkmane, but
I like to do the grab my long arm and tap Kragar on the other side of the shoulder,
Did not
and maybe
like
just
that at
go
all.
right back behind his ear, and scratch him with it.
all right. Well, you guys are gonna. Gaunt is, I don't know. Gaunt is, I don't know how many of them are left, but if there are some, they might come looking for these two. But this is as good a place to face them as any, I suppose.
True. I think I agree with Triss. I say we take watch and get a good rest here. We can't forget also Ardvik could be in a dangerous position.
Yeah.
We're here for a reason too.
Yes, but if we all die, it doesn't help Arvik
No.
or our city or Kragar's pups.
Well, yes, but if I die, it doesn't help me, Triss.
Which is why we need to rest.
Precisely.
Yes.
All right. So a long rest is in store, and that is where we will end it.
Okay.
You guys getting rested up and rescued Mr. Darkmane here. And
Hey.
yay. And got some more information about what is
Yeah,
going on.
quite a bit.
And we will pick it up next time, and we will see you then.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
So
Bye-bye.
long.
Bye.
Bye bye.